Aries. Hi, lovelies. This is Miss B Bold or Miss B, and this is the Music Messenger Tarot channel. And I am, of course, your music messenger. How are you guys feeling? Listen, Aries, I'm happy and grateful to have you here once again at my channel. And today I'm going to be doing a spread for you. We're going to be seeing what's going on in your love life, Aries, okay? I'm going to be doing all 12 zodiac signs this week, okay? So if Aries is not your zodiac sign, just be patient and tune in to your assigned zodiac sign read, okay? Without further ado, come on, let's go ahead and get started. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. I thank you so very much for tuning in. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you have not yet become a subscriber, please consider pressing the subscribe button for me. And if the read does resonate with you, do not hesitate to leave a comment and or press the like button as well, Aries, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love life, all right? Holy light and holy angels, what's going on with my Aries? Let me adjust my camera here a little. Okay. Holy light and holy angels, what's going on with our Aries in their love life? What's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries in their love life? Holy light and holy angels, what's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries? All right. So we have here indecision. Okay. It says you are afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. All right. We also have here no good ones. It says someone out there for you. Don't let this false belief make you miss out. All right. Can we get one more for Aries? I want to also share with you at the bottom of the deck, fear of touch. You don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. All right. So some of you have intimacy issues. Okay. Some of you Aries have intimacy issues. Anything else? One more for Aries. All right. Thank you. Expectations is here. It says when you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list and want someone that's real. Okay. So some of you Aries may have a long list of expectations of what you want and desire and expect from a partner. All right. And Spirit is saying that you need to kind of loosen up that grip or loosen up the expectations, loosen up, be a little bit more realistic when it comes down to love and when it comes down to potential love partners. Okay. Spirit is also emphasizing, Aries, that because you have so many expectations, no one seems to measure up to what you want. Okay. Spirit wants you to gravitate towards people who are authentically themselves. I also see here for some of you Aries, you're very indecisive about what you want in general when it comes down to your love life. You don't know if you want to be in a committed relationship or if you don't. So some of you are just traveling down the middle of the road. Okay. You're not deciding to go left or right because you don't really know what you want. All right. And others of you are convincing yourself that there's no one good out there for you anyway. So why even try? And Spirit does not want you to get complacent like that. Spirit does not want you to keep telling yourself, negative. Doesn't want to. Spirit does not want you to continue to think negatively about love and connections. Okay, I want to get some more oracle messages for you, Aries. Okay. Like, can we get more for Aries? Can we get more for Aries? This is for all sun sign. Aries sun sign, or if you have Aries in your chart, rising or moon. Okay. My way, selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride and ego. Okay. Some of you Aries want things your way, or you're dealing with someone who's that way. All right. Some of you Aries are stubborn and you have quite a bit of pride. Can we get more? Love spell is here. Okay. Some of you Aries feel like you're under a spell with someone. Or some of you could be partaking in love spells. Take whatever resonates, okay? Illumination is what it says at the bottom of the deck. Truth, discovery, awakening, okay? Some of you need to go on your spiritual journey. Some of you may need to be awakened to some things, to certain truths about yourself and about your life in general, okay? There is an awakening process that needs to be embraced by you, Aries, okay? Anything else? Bad news. Okay, some of you Aries could be getting some unexpected news that may not make you happy from someone that you're dealing with romantically, okay? We have here shady at the bottom of the deck. Someone is shady here. You could be finding out something about someone. Yeah. Then we have here goodbye. Some of you could be ending up cutting someone off because you're going to find out something about them that you're not going to like, is basically what I'm gathering. Okay. So, Aries, let's go ahead and get more. Holy and holy angels, can we get anything about the person that Aries is or was dealing with? Can we get more about the person that Aries is or was dealing with? Who was Aries dealing with? Holy light and holy angels, who was Aries dealing with? Who was Aries dealing with? Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with someone or could have dealt with someone who broke your heart. All right. This could have been a recent breakup for some of you. Divorce, even for some of you. Anything else? Queen of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, some of you could have been dealing with a fire sign like yourself. And you could have broke this person's heart, or they could have broke yours. This is someone who's very attractive. This is someone who's an outgoing energy. This is someone who knows what they want. Okay. What is the Queen of Wands? Six of Cups. And the Tower. This is a past energy here. Aries, this is a past energy. Could be an ex for some of you. With the Six of Cups clarifying the Queen of Wands. This could be someone from your past who's nostalgic about you. Or just someone from your past in general. Who you suffered a very, some of you could have had a sudden ending with this person. This could have been quite dramatic or just quite sudden. Whatever happened between you and this person. Six of Wands is here. I'm getting that whoever you were dealing with, this is someone who gets a lot of attention. Someone who's very popular. Someone who gets attention everywhere they go. All right. This may even be someone who's successful in their career. The Fool. And the Three of Swords. I'm getting that whoever this is, they were ready for you. They were ready for you. And this person feels like you broke their heart, Aries, okay? This is someone who was willing to take a chance on you. This is someone who was willing to take to go on a new journey with you, or someone who was just willing to take a risk and be with you, or whatever the case may be. And they feel like this person is heartbroken, basically, okay? So there could have been some sort of like I said, sudden ending that happened between you and this person. This person is devastated over it, okay? Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. There could have been some dishonesty here on your part, Aries, okay? This person feels like you ran away from the connection and let them out in the cold. Aries, okay? They feel like you, this person feels like you stole their heart and broke their heart and left them out in the cold. Three of Cups and the Judgment. This person may be thinking about having this person could be nostalgic about you at this time, Aries, and they could be thinking about reuniting with you, but they're still pondering on it, is what the Judgment card is indicating, okay? They're still thinking about it. Because they could be replaying old memories in their head about when you two were together and when you had a good time together, whenever you were together and you enjoyed each other's company. The Emperor, this is your energy here. The Queen of Cups. Whoever you were dealing with, you and this person's energy are or were very different. Some of you Aries could have been seeing multiple women. I'm speaking to my masculines. You could have been seeing multiple women at one point, or when you were dealing with this person. It could have been this person and another individual that you were dealing with. Because we've seen the Queen of Wands, now we're seeing the Queen of Cups. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You could have walked away from one of these individuals. But someone is still holding on to you. One of these individuals is still holding on to you, Aries, okay? Because they're still in love with you. Even for my female Aries, you could have been dealing with multiple masculines, and you could have let one of them go, but one of them is still holding on to you, very possessive over you, still in love with you, even if you're not still in love with them. Yeah, there was an ending to a cycle here between one of these individuals, okay? With one of these individuals, there was a closing to a cycle. All right. Yeah, this has been very challenging for this person. With the Strength card being here, yeah, they're having a hard go at it. Okay, this person feels like they are a wounded warrior. They've been through a lot in their life. Okay, this is not just about you. This person feels like they've been through a lot in love in general, and maybe the situation with you was just a cherry on top. And this person just feels like a wounded warrior. They feel like the victim here. They feel like this is a very challenging situation, and they're trying to be strong and persevere through. They're basically trying to accept what has happened between you and them, Aries, okay? Yeah, this person feels like they've been through a lot when it comes down to their love life and particular, romantic situations that they've been in. All right. Let me retrieve these cards and keep it moving here. So that's who's thinking about you, Aries, okay? Like I said, it could be another fire sign like yourself. Doesn't have to be. But there's someone here from your past that's thinking about you, nostalgic about you, even thinking about reuniting with you. But I don't know. This person has some baggage, though. Okay? And they feel like you broke their heart. This person feels like you deceived them in some sort of way. Or you broke it off with them suddenly. Maybe you didn't give this person closure. I don't know. How does Aries feel about this person? How does Aries feel about this person? Holy light, and holy angels. How does Aries feel about this person? Okay. Four of Wands. The Moon came out too. So, I mean, I don't know. The Four of Wands speaks of having a celebratory moment. The Four of Wands speaks of having something to celebrate, having something to be happy about, feeling a sense of joy. Even, this could even indicate a proposal, someone getting married or engaged. So maybe at one point, this is what you wanted with this person from your past, Aries, okay? But there could have been some trust issues in this relationship, or there could have been some unspoken desires or unspoken issues, unexpressed fear or anxiety about the connection that you had, Aries. Okay. We also have here the Page of Wands. It seems to me that you were once enthusiastic about this connection, feeling excited about it. Then we have here the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles. It seems to me that you were contemplating something in deep thought about it. But the Hermit card could also indicate you withdrawing. Withdrawing from building a connection with someone, with the Three of Pentacles being here. For some of you, this could have been someone who you worked with. For others of you, this is, just in general, someone who you were thinking about building, getting into a serious relationship with. And somewhere down the line, you could have withdrew. Sometimes when it comes down to love, the Hermit could indicate a person who feels like they need more time to do more soul searching, someone who feels like they need more time to figure themselves out and to gain a greater understanding of what they want and what they, desire when it comes to love and relationships. So maybe this is what you felt. Maybe you were unsure and needed more time to think. And that came in between you establishing a solid connection with this person. Yeah, the Tower is here. So there was a sudden ending, definitely a sudden ending here between you and someone. Whoever you had a sudden ending with, Aries, this person is still emotionally affected by it, okay? And I believe on some level you are too. It seems to me that you could have been giving this person the impression that you were busy or that you had a lot on your plate, that you were trying to prioritize a lot in your life, and that could have contributed to the sudden ending as well. Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is telling me, Aries, that some of you may feel or may have felt, because I feel like this is a past energy here, because we already seen the Six of Cups. I feel like with this past person or with this ex, you felt stressed out, you felt overwhelmed because you had a lot of other things going on in your life as well. Not just this relationship or this partnership with this person, and you just felt the weight of the world on you. I feel like you felt like you were overwhelmed and carrying a little bit too much, doing a little too much, being expected to show up in multiple areas of your life, and you just felt overwhelmed and stressed out by it. The Queen of Swords is an indication of you possibly coming off a bit cold towards someone emotionally, or having some sort of conversation with someone, and in that conversation you may have been coming across a bit too blunt or assertive. And it's like you came across as someone who didn't really have any feelings. Someone who came across as, emotionally cold due to stress. Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. I feel like some of you, Aries, are focusing on your financial stability. You're focusing on practical matters. And that's what you're feeling most excited about these days with the Page of Wands being here. That's really what you're giving your energy to. Some of you are wanting your freedom because you're focusing on practical matters. But Five of Cups is here. You're still holding on to some type of grief or despair from the past, even though you're focusing on your money, even though you're focusing on practical things in your life. Aries, I still feel like there's some unresolved emotional issues that you have. Okay. I still feel like there's a sense of grief or loss or sadness that you're not dealing with about this past person. Okay. Because there was definitely some sort of disappointment here between you and this person, this past person. Okay. All right. I'm going to retrieve this card. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. So what is this past person's next actions towards Aries? What is this past person's next actions towards Aries? What is this next? What is this person's next actions towards Aries? Holy light and holy angels. What is their actions towards Aries? Five of Pentacles. They feel left out in the cold. Okay. They feel left out in the cold by you. But even with that being said, it's like this person still wants you. This person is still nostalgic about you. This person is still pondering and contemplating about reaching out to you and wanting a reconciliation. We have here the Fool. All right. This is someone who's still considering taking a leap of faith with you or still desires to take a leap of faith with you, Aries. Okay. This is someone who also may be experiencing some sort of financial hardship as well. Okay. Regardless to the fact, they still may be wanting you. What is the Five of Pentacles? The Knight of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. This person feels like you ghosted them. This person feels like you were emotionally cold towards them. You were not, for some of you, this person could feel like you kind of ghosted them or disappeared kind of quickly. But the Knight of Swords could also indicate that this person feels like you were in and out, that you were a flighty energy when they were dealing with you. And you made them feel insecure emotionally. And in addition to that, Queen of Swords is here. They feel like you came off abrasive in some sort of communication or conversation that you had with each other. They feel like you came off emotionally cold. They've been trying to move on, though. Whoever this person is, Aries, they've been trying to move on. With the Six of Swords being here, they have. They've been trying to release the baggage. They've been trying to release the hurt. They've been trying to release you. All right? But they're still nostalgic about you. Look, we have the Six of Cups being here, creeping up again. This person is still nostalgic about you from your past, okay? And like I said, they're still considering taking a leap of faith with you. They're still open to it, all right? Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This person still feels like you're deceptive, though. Because this person feels like whenever they tried to walk away from the connection, you were running right back to them. This person kind of feels like when they tried to leave the connection, you ran right back to them to try to, stop them from leaving you, but it was okay for you to leave them. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting with the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting it. Okay. So this person feels like you wanted to be the one in control here. And that's why this person feels like you were deceptive and you broke their heart, because there was some sort of like mixed signals that you were giving to this person. Oh. The Empress and the Ace of Cups is here, but this person still feels, I don't know. It's like this person still feels a sense of love when it comes to you. They still feel like they still feel a need to nurture you or love you, or embrace you and love you and nurture. And I don't know, this person just still wants to love on you with the Empress card being here. They still have an impulse to care for you and want to nurture you. They're still in love with you, even though they feel like you kind of played them or were not totally like fair with them. They still want to marry you too, or have a child with you or something of that sort. So I don't know, because this person could be coming your way. We have here the Three of Wands. This person could be traveling to you or wanting to travel to you or still seeing a future with you. Six of Cups is here again. Your ex is showing up, okay? Your ex is very nostalgic about you. They still see a future with you. They still feel like regardless of what happened, this thing could be worked out. But they want you to meet them halfway. Okay? It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. I'm going to retreat this card. Aries, let's go ahead and get some song cards now. Can we get some song cards? I want to share with you at the top of the deck. I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry is here. Someone may have felt like you were dealing with multiple women. All right. For my masculine Aries. For others of you, you could have been dealing with someone who was bisexual. Okay. Or you could be bisexual. I don't know. Fairy Tales is here by Anita Baker. Someone could feel like you kind of like gave them mixed signals. Someone could feel like you fed them fairy tales, that you fed them dreams, and you didn't uphold your end of the bargain, Aries, okay? I picked up on that during the read. All right, We're Not Making Love by Drew Hill. There was something that kind of like ended between you and this person, okay? The intimacy could have dried up here, okay? There could have been a lack of intimacy between you and this person. Maybe you quit having sex with each other, or there was just a lack of affection, a lack of intimacy, a lack of love, or emotional, or a lack of emotional connection. But look, we have here I Adore You by Karen Willard. I told you, whoever this is from your past, they still adore you. They still think very highly of you. They still feel impulse to love on you and care for you and try again. Didn't I say it? Let's Get Married by Jagged Edge. This person still has a desire to want to get married. Or maybe you two were supposed to get married. Maybe you told this person you wanted to marry them, Aries, okay? Take what resonates. I don't know your life. Only you know your life, okay? Waterfalls by TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Sticking to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. For some of you, this person feels like you went chasing waterfalls. You went chasing other women, or you went chasing other men. Or you wanted something different. You wanted someone different that wasn't them. Or that's how you behaved, okay? Devotion. And this person was looking for more devotion, more loyalty from you, Aries, okay? We have here Devotion by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Beautiful Liar is here by Shakira featuring Beyonce. I told you, this person feels like you deceived them, Aries, and that you were not totally transparent and honest with them about how you felt and what you wanted and what your intentions were. And this person feel like you lied to them, but they feel like they also feel like you are the kind of person who's so charming and so good with the art of seduction that even your lies were beautiful. Oh man, Because of You by Kelly Clarkson is here. This person has trust issues moving forward because they feel like they were in love with you and you kind of like betrayed their trust. Okay, Don't Take It Personal by Monica is here. This person feels like you kind of like suddenly drifted away from them or didn't hold up to your promises. And then once that happened, it was kind of like, okay, don't take it personal kind of energy from you, coming from you. It was almost like you wanted this person to just get over it and not take it personal. And this person takes offense to that. I'm just letting you know, Aries, okay? I'm not coming against you, but I'm I'm picking up on the feelings of the person that you were dealing with in your past. Okay, I'm picking up the feelings of your ex. Okay, nobody's supposed to be here. Is next up, okay, in my song deck by Deborah Cox. Some of you Aries feel like, or may have felt like, you were not even that this person was not even supposed to be showing up in your life. Maybe this person showed up at a time where you were not ready for a relationship, or you were not ready for love. Maybe you were still going through your healing process. And so maybe that's why things, fumbled, or why you fumbled the ball with this person. This could also indicate that this person was not looking for love and you just showed up, and maybe they felt like you weren't supposed to be in their life, but for some reason they fell in love with you and got, the shitty end of the bargain. I don't know. But then we have here Boot Up by Ella May. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be straight up with you. This person is in limbo with their feelings for you. Sometimes they feel positively about you, and at other times they feel negatively about you. This is someone who is up and down in their emotions about you, Aries, okay? This is someone who's confused, and this is obviously someone who feels like they didn't receive the proper closure. And I know that they did not receive the proper closure, because I wouldn't be getting all these conflicting feelings, okay? This person did not get the proper closure. And so with that being said, this person's feelings is up and down. All right, just shopping, not buying anything by the dramatics is here. This person feels like you never had any intentions on investing in them seriously. Okay. So like I said, this person's emotions is up and down. I feel like this person wants to work it out, or at least wants some sort of proper closure from you. And so primarily this read is all about someone from your past still thinking about you pretty heavily here. And this is all that I have for you, Aries. I hope that this has resonated for someone. And until we meet again, love, light, and God bless.